To eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Harlan County native and Kentucky's winningest high school basketball coach, Billy Hicks, has died unexpectedly at the age of 71. Hicks's coaching career spans more than 3 decades across the state. WYMT's RJ Johnson spoke to some coaches on how his legacy will continue to live on.
In 1978, Billy Hicks began his career coaching at Everett High School, and in 1983, he became the head coach at Harlan High School.
I got hired here as a teacher in the 83-84 school year, and he had just become the head coach. And so I was his freshman coach the 3 years that he was here at Harlan before he went on to go to Corbin.
After Hicks left, Kevin Ball was named head coach at Harlan. Ball says he learned a lot from Hicks before replacing him.
Obviously, that was big shoes to fill, but you know, I felt like that he was the only coach that I'd ever worked under, so a lot of the stuff I did my first year here and all my years coaching here, I'd really gotten from him.
Hicks even influenced his own nephew, current Johnson Central girls basketball coach Jim Hicks.
You know, growing up, you know, watching him coach, that inspired me, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do, and I was so fortunate to be able to work under him at Scott County and learn under him. You know, he's the best. He's the best I've ever been around.
For as great of a basketball coach Billy was on the court, Jim says he was an even better person off of it.
He's one of the most humble people I've ever been around. You can be around him and never know that he was a basketball coach. You never know that he's the winningest coach of all time in Kentucky. Because he would never bring it up.
Instead, he would focus on things like his family, cooking, and fishing.
He was more than an uncle. Billy was like a dad to me. He was my best friend. We talked on the phone every day.
Even though Billy went on to coach for Scott County for 25 years, Jim says his uncle never forgot his roots.
Billy's a true Eastern Kentucky mountain guy. You know, the mountains mean so much to Billy. You know, I mean, his home was in Georgetown and he resides in Georgetown, but you know, Eastern Kentucky, you know, Harlan County, Corbin, was always going to be special to him.
With this loss, Jim says seeing all of the heartfelt messages online shows the legacy he leaves behind across the Commonwealth. In Harlan County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Jim says he cannot even guess the amount of people Billy has touched on and off the court. Of course, Hicks spent some of his coaching career here in the mountains. He got his start, as mentioned, with Everett High School in Harlan County back in 1978, leading them to a district title in 1982-83 before moving on to Harlan. He had 13 seasons with at least 30 wins. 4 of those came when he was with Corbin. Hicks later coached for Scott County, of course, leading them to 2 state championships. His 1,013 victories is the most in KHSAA basketball history, and he is currently the only basketball coach to win at least 1,000 games. One person is dead after a crash in Rowan County. It happened yesterday evening near exit 137 on I-64. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found a Chevy van. Police believe the 40-year-old Martha Susan Staton of Owingsville lost control of the vehicle and left the road before hitting a guardrail, then a tree. Staton was taken to St. Clair Healthcare in Moorhead, where she was pronounced dead just before 11 p.m. In Rockcastle County, fire crews say a loud boom was likely caused by a serious crash. The Brindle Ridge Fire Department says 2 vehicles wrecked just before 10 last night at North Wilderness Road and Picnic Lane in the Conway community. Crews say one of the cars caught fire and 1 person was flown to a Louisville hospital. We do not know their condition or if anyone else was hurt. A Southern Kentucky city worker was seriously injured Saturday night. Bruce Owens is now at a Lexington hospital. Police say he was hit by a car cleaning up the city streets after the city's popular Christmas parade. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what took place.
The Christmas parade was over, but some candy and debris remained in the road, and sanitation worker Bruce Owens was clearing it away.
Unfortunately, during that cleanup, one of our beloved city workers, and I mean beloved because he really is, was hit. He was struck by a vehicle.
Police say a driver said he did not see Owens' reflective vest because of the backpack leaf blower that he was wearing. Owens suffered multiple injuries. It's a blow to the city because of the kind of person Owens is and the work he does.
And doing what he always does, you know, cleaning up without a lot of accolades or credit, just trying to make our city beautiful. And I know he would have wanted the streets clean for folks to get to church without having to see the remnants of the parade.
The mayor tells me that Bruce Owens is extremely dedicated, always willing to go the extra mile. He says it's almost as if that Bruce Owens can be in two places at the same time.
I've said if you gave me 5 or 6 of them, I might be able to replace a whole department, and that's how hard he works.
And Mayor Hicks says Owens is the kind of person who always wants to pitch in to help, and now others may be needed to help him.
Pray for Bruce, pray for his family. There might be an opportunity later for folks to help out and contribute. If that's the case, stay tuned. He's somebody that deserves any benevolence that he could get.
In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
City leaders are hopeful Owens will make a full recovery. A massive overnight fire destroyed a golf course clubhouse and restaurant in Wayne County, West Virginia. Crews told our sister station the fire started a little before 1 a.m. at Creekside Golf Course. No word yet on what caused the fire, but firefighters say the building is a loss. The owner of Creekside Golf Course says the course will temporarily close, but is expected to reopen in the spring. Police in Corbin are asking for your help finding a person regarding a theft case. Take a look at your screen. The Corbin Police Department is looking for this person about a theft that happened at a business in Corbin. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the police department at 606-528-1122 or use the text tip line at 606-215-6239.
We are still tracking a few spotty showers across the mountains on this Monday evening, zooming into portions of Leslie County, also into Knott County, into Perry, also Letcher counties as well. Nothing too heavy here, but a few light to moderate showers are possible as we go into this evening. And those temperatures are still cool at this hour, back in the middle to lower 40s in some areas, down to 43 for Hazard, also Jonesville, up to 52 for Harlan, also Jacksboro, and 45 over in London. So most of us are cool this evening, also watching out for a few showers. Now we are keeping a close eye on those higher elevations as we go into tomorrow night, also early on Wednesday, as we could possibly see maybe a few snowflakes and a little bit of some wintry mix by this time tomorrow. Those details plus your full 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.